Differences are emerging among Fano commanders over cooperation with TPLF, over forming an alliance with Tigray military, Tigray People Liberation Front. And if rifts continue, one Fano organization could split, it seems. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Now you can call it a breaking news from the Amhara, and people say always you bring up breaking news from Tigray, breaking news from Eritrea, breaking news from Ethiopia. Why no breaking news from Amhara, where a lot is happening, where fighting ongoing, where Fano fighters inflicting losses on military? You don't like Fano's victories. Well, I did some breaking news videos in Amhara region too, so you can call this video a breaking news from the Amhara region. It's a very important development which we are witnessing in the region, but most of the activists, most of the journalists are not aware of an internal challenge which is being faced by Fano. I am not talking about differences between AFPU and AFNF. I'm talking about another dispute. Let's start first. Fano groups have come a long way in the last 2 years. They have managed to create some unity on zonal level. On regional level, they have not been able to create one command and control structure. There are two main organizations now operating in the Amhara region, AFNF and AFPO. AFPO is Amhara Fano People's Organization led by Skandar Naga and Makatao, mainly based in Gujum. AFNF is a newly formed organization, Amhara Fano National Force. It has a 13-member committee which is overseeing the organization. Zameen Kasi, Mere Vuddjo, Hapte Volde, Amhara Special Force Chief Taframamu, others are members of the 13-member committee. It seems that now AFNF and AFP are fighting each other. We know that they're killing each other. They could not come on one page. Now we're receiving reports of divisions, intra-AFNF divisions in Amhara Fano National Force. Reportedly, Amhara Diaspora groups have sent a very strong message to all Fano groups. They say that now when there is hope that Fano groups could inflict decisive losses on military, this is the time to put aside differences and to work together. They're threatening now, not threatening, you can say that they're warning Fano groups that if Fano groups don't unite, they don't work together, they'll stop supporting Fano groups. Especially one message came from the UK. Amhara groups based there warned AFPU, AFNF, asking them to work together. Otherwise, they could lose fundraising support from UK. What is happening in AFNF is that there are differences over formation of alliance with TPLF, Tigray People's Liberation Front. One set of commanders is in support of forming an alliance with the TPLF, and others are opposing it. What I have learned is that Zameen Kasi, Asras Maredemte, his deputy, they are in support of formation of a military alliance with TPLF. And Zameen Akasi has held some discussion with Tigray leaders. They met in recent months, reportedly. Zameen Akasi is very close to Eritrea too. The man visited Eritrea several times. Eritrea is TPLF's main ally now. That is why Zameen Akasi is on board with TPLF Eritrea allies. But several other Fano commanders who are part of AFNF, they are opposed to formation of alliance by Fano with TPLF. They say that issue of Volkayet and Raya should be solved first. Formation of alliance at this point of time is beneficial for TPLF, not for Fano. TPLF wants to take over Volkayet to the formation of this alliance. If Fano groups agree to give away Volkayet to TPLF, that will be that won't be good for the interests of the Amhara people. This group of commanders, which is in majority reportedly, is opposed to the formation of a strategic alliance, military alliance with TPLF, reportedly. And this issue of formation of alliance with TPLF is not dividing AFNF, reportedly. There are two main issues which are creating splits in AFNF. Firstly, how to coordinate, how to see TPLF as a friend, as an ally, as an enemy. Secondly, AFNF is facing an internal fight for leadership. AFNF has a 13-member committee leading the organization. When AFNF was formed months ago, the commanders could not agree on one name. Gojam Fano groups, they want the leadership to be from Gojam. Zameen Akasi wants to be head of AFNF. And Asras Maredem, interestingly, he wants to be deputy of AFNF. So Gojam Fano want both portfolios, top two positions to be from Gojam. President, the chief and deputy chief of AFNF, they say, should be from Gujam. Obviously, other Fano commanders not agreeing to it. Maybe Gujam Fano is demanding two positions because it thinks that if two positions are demanded, maybe other commanders would agree to one position, that is Zameen Akasi's leadership. But so far, no agreement has been reached. Asras Maredemte, in an interview this week, denied. He said, no, we don't want, we're not pressing to be leading AFNF. But when I talk to some people, they have confirmed, they say that both Zameen Akasi and Asras Maredemte are interested to lead AFNF, and they are putting pressure on other Fano groups. That is why AFNF, Amhara Fano National Force, is on the verge of disintegration. If there is no solution, if there is no comprehensive dialogue involving all AFNF participants, AFNF could either split or it could become just insignificant, reportedly. So divisions in Fano are now becoming more pronounced. Divisions not just between AFNF and AFPO, but intra-AFNF divisions. Yes, the issue of Volkayet is a very complex issue. I don't think all Fano groups, all Fano commanders will support TPLF's military offensive on Volkayet, which seems to be likely. It could happen. Which Fano groups will support TPLF's offensive on Volkayet, which won't support? What about Eritrea? Gitacho interestingly said yesterday that Eritrea has obtained an assurance from TPLF that it won't march towards Volkite, which is not true, by the way. TPLF definitely wants to march towards Volkite, and it wants to take Eritrea on board too, if it has not taken Eritrea on board already. I think it has taken Eritrea on board. But where do Fano groups stand? That remains to be seen. So far, issue of Volkite and the leadership of AFNF are dividing Amhara Fano National Force. Thanks for watching.